how are ya? It's Gretchen. I am going live tonight, doing my editing in the evening today, and that's the way it's going to be. Saturday is a big day for me on a lot of different things. I have my coaches live is on at, he does a one at 10, and I'm often in the backstage on that. And then we have our gold group class, and that's always several hours. So Saturday is kind of busy, and I got to look at the camera rather than at that. Maybe one of these days I'll get a prompter. I don't know. Anyway, hi, how are you? This is Gretchen here, and I am going to do 30 minutes of editing. 30 minutes for 30 days each day, and working to get to 30 photos on my Carnegie Library infrared project that I've got going on. So let's get just right into it. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we're contact sheets continuing, and I have 120 photos that grouped into the last that are kind of in the selects that could possibly go into this book project. So I printed them on contact sheets, and let me just show you what that looks like. There we go. So here they are in contact sheets. You can print them out in Lightroom this way. And I started to do some writing on them. And the last page only had one picture on it, of all things. So I started making some crazy notes the other day about how many I had that were, of the lights, the grand entrance, exterior, the interior features, and then whether the arch or not, the window features. That got me kind of at least looking at them in how do I want to start grouping? But now what I want to do is I want to look at, yawn. I want to look at exposures and what I'm going to need to do on some of these. Oh, that's right. When I redid this, it went back to this. Oh, this is one of the things that you forget to do. And it has a description. And in Lightroom, let me go show you in Lightroom. Get my keyboard where I can just hit it. Go B. All right. So here in Lightroom, when you do this, you can, and you choose to do a contact sheet, you can change what you want the photo info to say. It defaults to file name, which is not what I wanted it to do. I thought I had switched it to have the exposure, and then I would get rid of that file name. And the other thing I had was the date that I took it, because that would help me figure out what town. But really all I really wanted was the I could do the dimensions, but all I really needed was the exposure. I don't have that on this. I printed it out on another one, and then I forgot to switch it back. So that's one of those things. So let's just take a look here what we can do. Come on. Oh, sorry. There. All right. So I'm going to take a look real quickly and see just that I can tell that which ones are going to need some special exposure type of thing working on. This one is probably will need to do that there. I've got too many things here. This is a good one. It's got the ceiling there, original. Mostly it's the interior when I had to do some shooting interior. And in those seem to be okay. This one might have some shadow stuff I have to work on. Hiccup, sorry. This is a good one. I like this. I really like the light and the way the woodwork is. And okay. So for exposure, I'm gonna my whole idea is that I want these to be pretty stark almost. They'll have a lot of detail in them. They'll have a lot of because they're architecture, but there's a distinct it's kind of hard to explain. I have a vision in my head of what I want the images to look like. I want the details to come out a lot, but to also to show, because I want to show the craftsmanship. So that's one of the things I need to look at. All right. So that tells me in terms of editing, what I'll need to do is I'll start with a general edit. I might do a blanket. Now, if I do a blanket auto, you guys, it will take forever. We'll see. Oh. Okay. This is where I'll kind of get into a rhythm. This is the one spot that I'm thinking that it's going to be a change in how I do this when I go back into Lightroom. So let's go back here. We'll go back into the develop section. And we will select none. Okay. All right. So let's start at the beginning. And what did I say I was going to do? I was going to turn him red, wasn't I, to make him stop? And I never did figure out how to make this, what this is going to do. That heart. Okay. So what I'm looking for is to see what needs to be done in terms of any kind of additional editing. And I want to go to, that's portraits black and white. I don't want portraits black and white. I want to go to infrared. Okay, there is an infrared preset. That That's with the preset. That's without. Now with the preset, I get a little bit more there. We'll try the preset on that one. All right. I'm just going to go through and see what happens. I think these are all set at Adobe Monochrome, or are they on adaptive? Okay, that's the other thing. Adaptive black and white, I didn't like. That's right, no. Yeah, adaptive Adobe Monochrome is where I want it to start. And then what happens if I go with the infrared? That didn't do a lot. All right, let's take a look at this one for masking, and let's see if I can find the sky. And intersect mask with landscape. Vegetation. Okay, create that mask and invert it. And invert. Oops, nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Delete. Let's start over. Let's see if I can get this right. Let's go to a subject mask. Got that. Intersect mask with landscape and get vegetation, artificial ground, natural ground, and architecture. There we go. Create that mask and then invert that. Oh, nope, you did it again. Dang it, that didn't work. Invert. Okay. Oh, it didn't work. Delete. Let me see. There we go. Oh. Oh my gosh, I've still got comments up from my class earlier. All right. Sky. Now I want to because it's got part of the trees up there. Let's try this again. Intersect mask with landscape and vegetation, architecture. This is what I did last time. Create mask. Now, what would happen if I inverted it? Now I got it again. Okay, nope, I'm not going to do this. Delete. This is why I'm going to normally edit these earlier in the day. All right, let's go through maybe and just do transform. Let's get out of this and let's go back to here. I think what I'll just do first is auto transform everybody. And that's what I'm going to do. This one I like a lot. Doesn't need to be transformed. Neither does that one. Neither does this one. Neither does that one. Whoops, back. Maybe it does a little bit. There we go. Yes, it does. It's nice that the transform doesn't, whoa. How about this? Let's do a guided one. There, that's better. Yay. That guided transform can be, if auto doesn't work, that guided one works really well. Yay. Yeah, this is a game changer. I am not the best at getting things straightened and lined up. It's better. That one's okay. That one's okay. Come on. Oh, okay. Yep, that one's okay now. Oops, I don't want that one. I want that one to show the details. That's all right. That way. Let's see. This works. Nope, that takes a lot out of that building. Okay, this one's fine. That one's fine. Fine. Yeah, this one needs to be straightened. Whoa. Off. Let's see if I can do. I don't know if I can do a guided on this. This is be interesting to see if you can do that. It was too dark, maybe, and this might not work. Yeah, that's not going to work. Nope. Okay, this is just one of those. Wonder. Okay. This was a pretty dark room. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the denoise at 50, even though. Well, oh shoot. Shoot. Is that a water spot on the wall or is that a spot on my lens? Let's take a look. Let's see what we can do. Remove. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Okay, thank you. Yeah, probably a spot on my lens. Yeah, see, these are okay. See, if I bring the exposure up so you can see, you're going to see sometimes these little spots here. This happens with infrared that gets sensor dust really easily. I should be sticking with transform, but since I'm here, I'll do that one. And move. And I'll go little tiny spot right there. Okie doke. Yep, got it. All right. Okay, that. This is definitely going to crop. And all right. That's fine, I think. Oh, nope, that's it. I think that one, nope, that one won't work. Off. This has sun flares. I kind of like that like that. A little bit odd. This is, yep, that one's better. There. That one need a little bit. That doesn't really need it, but it needs to crop to what the focus is of this, which was this little spot right here. One. There we go. Gift of Andrew Carnegie. Yes. Okay. That works. Whoa. No, I don't want to do that. There we go. There we go. Oh, this has got that whole spot on it. Look at that. Ah. Oh my gosh. All right, so these guys are a pain in the patootie, but they've got to be done. And remove. That was sensor dust again. There they go. There they're gone. Yay. All right. All right. Council Bluffs. This was an amazing building. Absolutely amazing. It was the Union Pacific Railway Museum now, but it is the former Carnegie Library. Built in, I think it was 1912, 1913. I'll have to look at the years. on my list of. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. Man. Whites were white. I blew out the whites on that side. Some of these buildings that had been really redone. Of course, that's what happens when you get infrared. You get really stark whites and really black blacks. It's pretty cool. See, I think I may have. Yeah, I have very little detail left in here because I kind of overdid it. Oh, there they are. Oh, they're there. Okay, so maybe. Uh-huh. Okay. Cool. I can do that. All right. So it's not so much that I can recover that in a little different way. So I brought the black skies. Do I have sensor dust up in here? I don't know whether that's sensor dust or whether that is stuff in the cement. Could be stuff in the cement. But what I was looking for is the details in these light fixtures, these columns like that. Okay. That's pretty good. Oh, I don't want that. I like it like that. All right. Over. We'll do a transform again. See, this one still has a whole bunch of sun flare up there. All right. Huh. That's better like that. This had, like, this was a tiny little house. I went from that great big place to this tiny little house in Ashland. I know it looks like a big house, but it's not. But if I bring that, yeah, that's it. Bring the shadows. There we go. Okay. Okay, yep. This is a transformation day, I guess. I could have named it transformation instead but I didn't know I was going to do transforming. That's not what I had planned. But it kind of gives me a chance to look through them again. See what I'm looking for. Nope, I don't like that. Ah, that is sensor dust. See, that is sensor dust right there. But this new tool in Lightroom is really good for getting rid of it. Really good. Yay, thank you. And hang on. I am at, there we go. That's not sensor dust there. That's not sensor dust there either. That's stuff on the ceiling. See, there's that. See, there's that. See, there's that. Although this stuff is all what the nail holes and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. That one's one of my, I like that one. Oh, okay. We are out of time. All right. So one more transform. And yay. So here I am. I'm back. So what I did today was I changed them up. I got through about 65 of them transforming. I've got another 60, so a little less, probably 110 to do. No, sorry, I can't math. Probably 50. Yeah, 55. 55 more to go. And that need transform, and then any sensor dust thing. That's a good idea. That's my next. I thought I was going to do exposure, but now I'm doing sensor dust and transforming. That makes sense to me. So I'll be back tomorrow with another 30 minutes of editing in real time. And you'll get to watch if you'd like. And thank you so much. If you could enjoy this at all, give that thumbs up, a little bop, and maybe share it with somebody else who you know might be interested in infrared, or who might be interested in reading, or libraries, or history, or architecture, all kinds of stuff that they might find interesting, or they just want to watch some crazy old grandma edit photos, or they need something to do while they are doing something else. That's always fun. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for being here, and I'll be back tomorrow. So until next time, just keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. Look up, look down, look all around, look under and around. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in your own mirror. And I'll see you tomorrow.